Okay, March 13th, we're going to do an update on the grow log on the garden. Let's start with broken leg. Now, things to highlight here is the plant is looking pretty good. Lighting is on 0 power, by the way. It's looking pretty decent. This right here, this brown discoloration mid in the center, that was like kind of a translucent brown last week, and now it's more of a firm brown. So unsure what's causing that. We'll have to look it up. As far as the aphid problems, aphids are under control. However, they did get into stuff. They kind of chewed up parts of the plants. I did spray Azamax at some point this week, and then I think it was Wednesday that I sprayed them down with neem oil because the Azamax didn't seem to complete the job. And I want to note that all my peppers, they have these pepper nodules have this like black discoloration on them. Let's see if I can get zoned up on that. So there's this black discoloration on it, and I wonder if that's from the neem oil or the pests. I would say it's the pests, but I don't know why it's like this like scarring, but definitely those look like, it almost looks like bite marks, you know, like it's a scar from the bites. So unsure. But as far as what's going on under the hood, lots of peppers. Things are bouncing, things are moving. Not too many flowers, and some flowers. This doesn't look like a good flower to me, but it is still firm on the plant. No peppers off this one yet. Just a lot of that discoloration. Let's pop this one off too. This one doesn't look as bad, but you know, that probably a pest. Probably more pests. So we got some work to do. Maybe we'll just get some ladybugs. But it seems like the Azamax and the neem oil is not really doing the trick. So we'll have to, sorry with the camera, we'll have to figure something out here. Moving on to Hydra. Hydra is looking great. The last time we fertilized this thing was a 10 milliliters of Biothrive, I believe. That was about 2 weeks ago. And it has gotten a lot taller. It's looking pretty beastly. And I'm going to let it ride, meaning that I'm going to stop picking off the pepper nodules and allow it to flower. I'm also going to start giving it Fox Farm instead of Biothrive because I feel like it's tall enough. And I'm going to have to get this guy out of the tent. It is an experiment, and the experiment's going to take the back seat to the non-experiments. But this plant's looking pretty good. I really like it, honestly. So topping, there may be more topping in the future. This plant, see what's up under the hood. Let's zoom in. Lots of flowering. Lots of flowering going on. This plant is honestly performing pretty well for such a tiny plant. That's a pepper. That right there is definitely a pepper. So that's our first and biggest pepper on this plant. Flowers are very beautiful. The leaves are very beautiful. It's a small plant, but that's okay. Keeps moving along. And then lastly, we are going to take a look at the little brother, Treetrunk's little brother, which is doing super good. Again, we chopped most of the large leaves off this, and this one's flowering better than Treetrunk. It might have something to do with the aphids, like this right here. Something looks janky on this one. So we'll give it a thought. We'll do some reading and try to figure out what's that black ring, but I have a feeling it's from the plants. Other than that, plant looks great. Lots and lots of flowering going on. And then if you can see right there, that's a pepper. It's got a leaf behind it, but that's a pepper. And I believe there's another pepper on that, but I won't dig around too long, won't be messing with your guys' time. That's a pepper. There you go. So there's 3 peppers on this thing so far. 3 peppers, 300 aphids, and it's looking okay. It's looking okay. I like it. As far as the canopy looks great. Looking in, I don't see any signs of aphids in these nodes. It's just those things. And again, they might all be gone, even though I just brushed one off the other plant, so they're probably not gone. So we got, this plant's looking pretty cool. Those are cool. What else can I say about this week? This week we kept the light. It's at 0% right now, but we kept it about 50, this is a 300 watt light. We're keeping it at 50% power. Humidity here says 66 with 22. Don't quote me, but I think 22 is like the high 70s Fahrenheit, and then 65-degree humidity, even though that goes up as I close the tent. I'm trying to keep the humidity a little bit higher. This thing's so cool. I love this plant. What a madhouse. What a mad lad.